We're going to move on now to the chaos, confusion, and anger growing in the wake of President Trump's immigration ban. Protests all across the country, reaction from around the world after the president signed his executive order late Friday.
Overnight outrage from coast to coast. In Boston, thousands packing the streets. Officers in riot gear in Portland. In Seattle, police pepper spraying an angry crowd. From the shadow.
Joanne Hall.
Mohamed الحجيلي.
Mohamed.
I haven't really heard a lot about it. He didn't want people going to certain places, but I haven't really seen a lot. I don't really keep up with the news that much, I guess.
The travel bans in the United States, like immigration. I know that he wants to start regulating immigration into the country more than it has been in the past. And I don't think that it's necessarily a ban. I think it's that he wants to enforce laws on immigrants coming in and enhance screening.
He just plans on banning immigrants from entering the U.S. from certain countries in the Middle East. So
Only I know that there are 7 countries. There was initial attempt at this to do it by religion. The second attempt has been found by a judge to be the same way I would see it, just a veiled attempt to discriminate against people based on their religion, specifically Muslims.
But it does ban Syrian refugees from entering the U.S. indefinitely. It puts a 120-day stop on all other refugees, and it also issues a 90-day ban on nearly all travelers from 7 predominantly Muslim countries: Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. The order grants some exceptions, giving priority to refugees from religious minorities like Christians living in those majority Muslim countries.
Well, considering my lack of knowledge on the ban, I can't really have a definitive answer on that, but I feel like if there's a particular reason why he wants people banned, and a lot of people kind of agree with that, then I think it would be okay. But just depending on his logic backing it up, I think kind of change it.
I think that more immigrants, illegal immigrants that are here now, will start paying premiums. I think they'll start paying taxes. They'll be accounted for. When you look at LA County, 90% of people don't pay taxes. And why? Why aren't they held accountable? I think that nothing but good is going to come from it.
it makes me very angry. I don't think it's very fair. I think it's very discriminatory. I think he's very discriminatory. I don't understand the point of it. He says that it's for safety purposes. What exactly is he protecting us from who live in America? So I just don't agree with it.
Musab Ibrahim.
Bayan Faraj.
And my name is Saad Siraj. I'm from Khartoum, Sudan.
Kurdistan in northern Iraq.
My family's from Syria. I know that it was proposed the first time and there was a lot of backlash after that. A lot of U.S. citizens didn't like that. And I know that it was proposed again and it was still turned down by the checks and balances that the states have. So it's becoming evidently clear that this is a failed foreign policy that Trump is trying to propose, and I don't see it going anywhere. So it was Iran, Iraq, Syria, Sudan, Yemen, and Somalia.
I just know that he banned people from entering the country from 7 different countries, and Iraq was one of them. A lot of Middle Eastern countries, Northern African countries.
That's pretty much it. I didn't know a lot, but I knew some people that were there and who had green cards in America and who couldn't come back, who had gone back to like visit their family. So yeah.
I mean, as a Muslim, as a Sudanese American citizen, I feel kind of insulted. And I mean, I wasn't a refugee. I'm just an immigrant. But in the end, I feel like we kind of have to acknowledge that we're all under this umbrella and that we need to sort of unify rather than try to divide. But really, I mean, this is sort of, I mean, even if you're an American citizen born and raised here, regardless of ethnicity, I mean, this looks bad on us from the rest of the world, especially the 7 countries that were banned. So it affects everybody a great deal. And I think everybody should be equally as concerned with it because this is us. This is who we elected, and we need to, if this is the person who we want representing us, then we need to either come to like terms with that or at least try to, you know, how I say, like resist it as much as we can.
I mean, I think it's really sad. I mean, it's very upsetting. It's unfair. And I feel like the countries that he chose weren't, I don't think it was justified. You know, there's other countries, not that they deserve it, but countries that were directly involved in things that America had problems with that could have been on that list. So yeah, it's really sad, especially coming from someplace like that and knowing people who live there. So
I feel like there's some bias, and there's a message that was trying to be sent through this ban, because the countries, I mean, you can't you know, be Islamophobic in the 21st century and not permit a group of people to come based on their religion. But we should implement stricter regulations. But I don't agree with that stance.
Is American and Iran relation affected already? But we are people. We are not the government. We are not doing nothing. If the government does something wrong with this government, we are not responsible. American and Iranian. What they can do? Why I have to be punished for somebody else's problem? I can